in this camp we were not allowed to sleep out. As much as we have sneaked out, we were supposed to be in the camp early enough to look like we had been sleeping in that camp that night. And then sasa nikamwambia mimi sasa niko sawa kwanza hata yangu share yangu mniweke kwa chupa na rudi nayo. Akasema nikamwambia sasa mimi niko sawa, nikaenda kuinuka hivi lakini nilianguka floor and I think I slept there the whole night. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, okay, so yeah, hi, my name is M and we are up with another video. So today, as in yesterday, it happened that lockdown was extended and I was so hopeful that we were going to go back to normal next week. Like maybe I can just escape from the current situation by going back in time, because now at this rate, wow, my battery is flashing. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to speak before it is off, but let us just jump into today's video already. So I'm doing a lot of experimenting on my channel of late just to see what works for me, because I feel like nowadays I've now finally found myself in my channel. I can say that confidently. A long time ago I used to have a lot of comparing and like borrowing notes from other people, but then nowadays I can actually sit down and say this is what I'm gonna do for my channel and this is what I want it to look like. I hope you do enjoy this video and let's jump right into it. So guys, today I decided to do a story time on my first time ever drinking. That's the drink. And let's start. You know, so I was out on an assignment. Let me call it a camp so that you may understand what I'm talking about. Like, we were going to be there for a while, and although we still had supervisors, we still had guidance inside this assignment. Now let's call it a camp. So mimi huyo nimeenda camp. I was the youngest in this place actually, so everyone else had like experienced, let me call it experience. Everyone else had experience in these other things that I had not experienced yet. One else, but anyway, so I met a friend. This friend of mine was like 4 years older than me, and she was such a cool girl. Yani, I was doing everything to make sure I maintain this friendship. Now, because I was trying so hard to maintain our friendship, I had to act like I knew everything she did, like we were in the same page. Yani ungetuona pamoja, ungekuwa sure hata mimi niko just as old as she was. So this girl was so excited about our relationship that she immediately wanted to introduce me to her gang, to her inner circle, you know. So on this particular day, it was just a week since tumejuana, just a week, imagine. But I was so young, I don't know how she never noticed. So on this particular Friday, everyone in the camp is hyped. They want to go out for turn up. They want to sneak out of the camp. We were actually not allowed to get out of the camp, but then everyone had planned how they were going to sneak out on this particular Friday. Sasa mimi nilie mtoto mdogo, I didn't know anyone outside, I didn't have any plans, but I had a friend in the camp that I could easily cling on and make sure I had a plot for this particular day, which I did. And then now my friend called other friends, let's call them Akina, it's a gang, another gang now. Let's call them leaves. So my friend, let's call her what now? Coleslaw, yeah, because I've been loving coleslaw of late. So Coleslaw calls Akina leaves, where leaves are in another camp, but under the same organization, if that makes sense. So she calls Akina leaf and tells them, today see we are sneaking out, you guys. They were in agreement. They were like, yeah, we are going to sneak out. Did you go to what club? And the plans were on. And then now the day started. So leave wanna plan to sneak out on the other camp, and us on this other camp we're also planning how we are going to turn up today. Everyone has kept their monies, everyone has set their clothes aside, we're just waiting for the supervisors to bounce, and then we also bounce. When evening came, it happened that Akina leave, they were not allowed to go out, or rather, the supervisor happened not to leave as much as we all expected supervisors were going to leave, but theirs did leave. So practically, we didn't have a gang to go with. Then Coleslaw was like, usijali, either way, watu turn up Friday ni watoto, they are newbies to this game. I was like, cheers. Anyway, not knowing that me and her had never drunk at all, like she didn't know, but I couldn't tell her because I wanted to maintain this friendship so bad. So she told me it's okay, I'll find another plot, tomorrow we'll have a plot, let those who are going on Friday go. But then it happened that almost everyone was not able to go on this particular Friday, but everyone was psyched to go now on Saturday, the next day. Mimi, on the other hand, I was just praying to God Saturday does not come, because she will realize that I don't know, that I've never drunk. Anyway, so Saturday comes, and then now we call Akina Leaves again. We still made plans with Akina Leaves despite them standing us up on Friday. And then we told Akina Leaves, so now that it is Saturday, maybe we should meet up today. Akina Leaves actually managed to sneak out on Saturday, but then something interesting happened. They were only able to sneak out for 30 minutes. I don't know, 30 minutes or an hour. And we went out, had soda. Then that was my first time actually getting into a club, although I wasn't there to turn up. That's a story for another day. So we went into the club. It was club, wow, what was the name of this club? I had never forgotten that. I think I told everyone, have you ever been to this club? I was to this club. Have you ever been to this club? I don't know what the... I'll look for a name and insert it down there. But we went to that club and we actually met a celebrity on that day who had come to that club, and I just felt like I was in cloud 9, honestly. So we went into that club, we drank sodas, and then we went out because they were like, oh, we were only here because we needed to explain ourselves. Our supervisor is still not leaving today, although he allowed us to go out for a few hours, so we won't be able to turn up. I hope you understand, yada 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 yada. And then we were like, it's okay, it's cool, we'll find other plans. So Coleslaw calls his other friend who lives in hostels now. In the hostels, I had never been to the hostels because I wasn't living in school, but then this was my first time going to the hostel, so I was pretty excited. So we called this friend of ours, then we went. Then he was supposed to come to the club, but then he was like, no, come over to my room first. We organize ourselves, like we make plans from there, then we will know what direction we're going to be going. So we went to his room. First of all, let me just explain something about this room. This guy was a congressman. In case you're not from UN, or I don't know how other universities call their leaders, but then a congressman is a leader. It's like Babu Owino now. So leaders, what used to happen, they were given a whole room to themselves, like a room that was supposed to be shared between two people. A leader will have it for himself. So he had a big room, and then when I think about it, I always see like it was really huge. And then now I think he had some money, so he had a sofa set in his room, those flammable sofa sets, the ones that you put pressure in them, those kind of sofa sets. So he had that one sofa, like the big one, the huge one that he used to, those ones that you put air inside. And then he had his bed there, and then he had a table here with a laptop and a system, and I thought, this is so cool. So we stayed in his room for a while, and then he was like, oh, maybe we need to changa and buy mzinga. Me didn't know that we were supposed to changia mzinga. Me, I was like, if you people you call someone for a plot, they're supposed to buy everything. That's what I thought. But then later on I came to realize the people in your end normally changa for mzinga. I was like, but why? And then I was like, okay, so how much are we removing, like all of us? They're saying 500 bob per person. I'm like, no. Knowing what I know now, we could have just bought KC, as in we could have just bought a cheap, like some cheap liquor that is affordable for all of us. So they were like, everyone has to remove 500. I told Coleslaw, I don't have 500. Okay, the main reason why I didn't want to remove, and especially to remove an equal amount to them, is because I wasn't even going to drink it. Like, I knew I wasn't used to drinking just yet, so technically I wasn't going to drink this whatever they were buying. So I was like, I told her, I don't even drink that much. I don't think I'll drink it. Probably you'll just drink with him, so you just buy with him. And then she was like, I'm calling when you are happy. So unajua tu uchangia mzinga. I was like, mzinga hata nini? So, and then Sasa, I think she even thought about it. She was like, okay, maybe I'm the one who called you, so let me just buy for you. So yeah, now boy, wakachanga 750 each. I felt like that was so much money anyway. So I think one of them alichanga 800 or more at 1,000, and the other one akachanga 750. Bougie people. Then we went to a supermarket. It was Uchumi then. Uchumi was still in existence at this time, so you can imagine how long ago this is. So we went to Uchumi. The only liquor in Uchumi was Smirnoff of vodka. So we went to Chumi. We found the only liquor we could find was actually Smirnoff. It was the only one, I think. And then now this girl was like, anyway, I think it was Smirnoff, and I don't know. I don't think Kenya was there then. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't know about it. So we went into Chumi. They bought soda, 2 liters, Chesa. I didn't even know what Chesa was, because she was like, Emiliona dai Chesa, like Chesa ni nini. But anyway, so we went in, we bought Chase, which is 2 liters of Coca-Cola, and then we bought Smirnoff nini vodka. The one at that time it used to go for 1,500, I think 1,550, if I'm not sure. I think it was about 1,550, and we were just 3 people. You can imagine. Then sisi yao unyo adi UOM. Let me tell you something. In this camp, we were not allowed to sleep out. As much as we have sneaked out, we were supposed to be in the camp early enough to look like we had been sleeping in that camp that night. Okay? So we were supposed to be back to the camp at least by 10. We left at around 4-5 hapo. Unajua ile panya kitaondoka paka na tawala. So we left at around 4-5 hapo, and so we were supposed to be back by around 10. So this was around 6 now, and then we knew by 10 zitakuwa zimeshuka, like it would be out of our system, and we will be able to walk back to our camp and then call it a day. So we went, we bought the liquor, and then we went back to this guy's room now. What will we call him? Peter. We went back to Peter's room, and then so we bought our mzinga. We went back to Peter's room with our mzinga and Chase, and then now it was time for the party. They put music, and then I felt like it was so cool. My goodness. Yani nilisikia ni kama wamenipeleka abroad. Nilisikia ni kama shit. I thought it was so cool, honestly speaking. But thinking back now, I'm like, oh. Anyway, so we put music. We started drinking now, and then now in my cup they placed a lot of Coca-Cola. When I think about it now, it was a lot. So ananiambia, is that enough? I'm like, ongeza. Is that enough? Ongeza. Because I was so afraid of the alcohol. I was honestly so afraid. But anyway, kaniongezea. Yani Coca-Cola was literally on top of my tumbler. Like it was, if this is the whole glass, Coca-Cola was reaching here. And then I had this much space to fill in now my mzinga, so you can imagine. So Coca-Cola was already here. And then now Coleslaw, I think she suspected I hadn't ever drunk. Now at this point she was like, ni kama macho zake zilifunguka. Akarealize huyu msichana mwenye ameweka Coca-Cola mingi hajai kunywa huyu. So akasema kitu tutafanya kwa nani hautakunywa sana. Nikamwambia sawa. I was so happy that at least she was able to understand me. she put for me a tot, like literally a tot, inside that much Coca-Cola. Tukaanza kunywa, kitu 7 reached there. I was put for the second tot. Kitu 7 reached. And then now I had my second tot in my tumbler. Kidogo, now I'm starting to feel like my feet are numb. I'm beginning to feel like my feet are numb. I'm feeling like my cheeks are numb. Like if I smile, I'm feeling weird. I've started feeling like inaingia. But according to Coleslaw, the amount of alcohol she had given me was enough for a beginner. As in, haikuwa inileme, you get. But already after the first tot, nilikuwa nishalemewa. Like my feet were literally numb. Literally. So I tell Coleslaw, then Coleslaw tells me, Emily, when unafunga hizo macho, uko sawa? Nikamwambia, ai nini? You know, the way after umeelewa sasa ndo una feeling courageous na una feeling kama sasa you can do it, you can overdo it. So I'm like, hata ongeza uone mi, hai kumbe hizi vitu na uko nini? Stupidly, I think she was also a bit drunk, a bit tipsy. She added for me. Maybe it wasn't that much, but according to me, she added a lot. And then they're like, hatuwezi nunua msinga ukunywe tot moja. I drank. As in, okay, maybe, honestly speaking, I think I only drank 2 shots. At most, it was only 2 shots, but in a lot of Coca-Cola, like a lot, like this much. And a lot of water also on my side, like, wow. After the second shot now, it was around now 9 there, Coleslaw tells me, I think now it's time we start planning to go back to the camp. Because we need to sleep there so that we don't get into trouble. Because if you fail to sleep in the camp and they realize you were not there, that was going to be a disciplinary issue. And that wasn't something that we were avoiding disciplinary as much as possible. So she tells me, now we need to go back to the camp. So Ebu start winding up. I'm like, ni sawa, sasa leo tumeshika. Kwa nini tunaenda? Sasa leo tumeshika. And then now she tells his friend now, ni kama za mzimeshika. Nikamwambia, nini? I'm not drunk. When I look drunk, I'm not drunk. Ata actually add for me. Coleslaw akajua hapa ni kubaya. Akasema acha nikupe maji. Akanipea maji like almost 2 liters azishuki. And then nikamwambia, I think so niko sawa. I felt like now I'm feeling myself a little bit after drinking water for like 30 minutes there. Because at 10 we were supposed to be leaving. Na 9 ndo alidiscover by this zimelemea. So at 10, at around 9:30 there, she's like, kunywa maji, endelea kunywa maji. So nikakunywa 10 nikamwambia, asa niko sawa turudi. I'm telling you, see the sofa set it was airy, like it was the kind that you pump. Mimi nakumbuka nilishika hivi hiyo sofa set kwenda kuinuka. Niliingia ndani ya sofa set. I swear sikuweza kuinuka. Like it was so airy. My hand was, I was literally feeling like whenever I would hold myself, I would end up inside the sofa set and in a shika floor. Like umesha feel, wow. As in nilikuwa nasikia ni kama naingia ndani ya sofa set. As in, I don't know if I'll get a meme to explain this, but anyway, so I was feeling like I'm literally getting into the sofa set. I don't even know if I was getting off that sofa set, honestly, but in my mind, I was getting off it, and then nata na anguka na so after so the friend to Coleslaw tells her, if you go back with her like this, it will be worse for you than if you just stay over. And then this girl is like, hapana, we'll get into trouble. Tumpe tu time kiasi atakuwa sawa. Si utatuzimikisha They give me more water and more soda, and then they're still drinking kiasi. And then sasa nikamwambia, mimi sasa niko sawa. kwanza hata yangu share yangu mniweke kwa chupa na rudi nayo. Akasema, nikamwambia sasa mimi niko sawa, nikaenda kuinuka hivi. Aki nilianguka kwa floor and I think I slept there the whole night. Honestly, I think they just left me there. She was so mad. I'm telling you, Coleslaw was so mad. And and then we woke up at around I think 4, and then started running back to the camp. And then now we had to mingle with people. We reached the camp by the kitu 8 evening, and people were taking breakfast at that time. So tukaingia tu kwa dining room. And then watu wako like, hey, mliko wapi jana nani? Mmeona nani? Mimi nilikuwa kwa kitanda yangu nalala. Let me just tell you what kitu nilimpost. We didn't shower that day. Why? Because there was no way we were going back to the rooms. They had already been closed. So we just mingled with people and pretended like we had been in the camp the whole time. And then we had to wash our face and just, wow, it was so pathetic. It was as in it was a bad turnout of events. Anyway, if you enjoyed that video, please remember to subscribe, share the video, and comment your first time ever drinking. How was it for you? As in, was it okay? Was it how was it for you? Anyway, that is it for this week's video. I hope you had a fabulous, I hope you enjoyed it, and please remember to subscribe, share, and comment, and all that good stuff. So yeah, until next time, bye.